Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode, we have actually played Crystal Palace away from home and we managed to salvage a point despite actually conceding a goal early in this game. And the only problems of this tactics and this formation is that we kind of bench William Saliba because normally other defenders would have had the chance. And Camavinga has been a bit sus when he plays as a centre midfielder here. So I was thinking of actually tweaking his position or so, getting back to his centre defensive midfield days. But you know what? I'm actually going to trust him in this episode as we'll be up against Fulham in Emirates Stadium. Yes, this episode we will be up against Fulham in Emirates Stadium. So I will be making some changes here. I'm not going to tweak his position yet. I decided to trust Camavinga. But if he doesn't pile an assist or a goal or so, then we are forced. We had no choices. We have to make some few sacrifices here. That we have to change him back to a centre defensive midfielder. And I know it takes like weeks to actually get him to a centre midfielder. But we have to really have these type of strict rules or so. Because if Arsenal are going for glory, we have to basically adapt his position. And when he tries his best to at least get an assist or goal, it's not working out. And Premier League is a bit more, I would say, a bit more physical than the other leagues. So that's what I'm trying to say here. But yeah. But anyway, for those people who are actually new in watching this episode, this Arsenal series, I am going to give you a small disclaimer. Just don't feel bad. But this episode, this entire series, I have to be biased. It's going to be biased because, I mean, it is an Arsenal career mode. It's not like I'm doing a tournament or so. But if I'm doing an Arsenal career mode, I have to basically shape Arsenal's perspective. But however, on the commentary, on the pitch, I will somehow say, I will try my best and be unbiased when someone scores a goal and not show a bit of reaction, a bit of bad reaction towards it. Like I always do, I am always a good commentator, but at the same time, I really have to make sure that Arsenal wins. I have to be biased, so just please understand that. But anyway, without further ado, let's just enjoy this episode. Alright guys, looks like I will be trying to make some changes here. Yep, Saliba is still there, which is good. Camavinga, I was actually trying to change Saliba, but yeah, I haven't permanently changed him, so that's the reason why. Sometimes I kind of get a bit lost here. I kind of have, I kind of feel zoned out for a second. But yeah, this is the formation that I'm actually going to go with. 4-5-1 formation for the time being for this match. But like I said, if Camavinga does not do well in this match, I'm sorry, we might have to adapt him back to a centre defensive midfielder. Look, I trust this lad, and I know he does well from Real Madrid, but this is Premier League. You have to stay on business when it comes to Premier League, so... But yeah, look at his pace. His pace is pretty good. 79, 80, 66, 80, 82. It's just pretty good. This really makes him a pretty good player. And look at his aggression. He knows that he has to show a bit of his characteristic skills on the pitch. But that's his play style. He's a bruiser, technical flair. He sometimes makes flare shots. That's why I'm trusting him just for this one match. But if he fails, I will have to adapt him back to a centre defensive midfielder because we don't know. Because sometimes Camavinga, it's just for safety because Camavinga is a trusted player. But when he's actually a forgotten player in the Premier League or basically a Premier League flop, this kind of actually ruins his career and Camavinga would really feel bad about this. So that's the reason why I'm actually going to be still with this, still trusting him and for his safety, bring back to his centre defensive midfielder. But yeah, this is Fulham's player. They're going with Mitrovic, Alexander Mitrovic, Benrahma, who's actually from West Ham, Andreas, Wilson, Reed, Polinia, Tolkien, Diop, Bassi, Mbabu, and Leno, who's actually a goalkeeper. And this is actually the substituted players: Tosin, Lukic, Robinson, Karuva, Reed, Raul, Rodak, and Vinicius. Kind of seem a bit, like I said, a bit familiar here with the Vinicius name, but There's no way that's the Vinicius Real Madrid we know. But yeah, let's take a look at Fulham's last two matches. So we're actually above them because obviously we scored more goals than Fulham. We scored 4 goals, whereas Fulham only scored 1. So it kind of makes sense. Oh, never mind. Okay, just kidding. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. So we scored more goals than Fulham. I kind of get confused, but that's from the goals away. I actually took a look here. But yeah, I scored more goals than Fulham either way. 5 goals and Fulham scored 2. And as usual, Manchester City, as always, are still at the top of the table. But let's take a look at Fulham's last 2 matches. So at the start of this Premier League Eve here, Fulham got the job done over Everton. It's pretty simple, surprisingly. And then they actually got a draw somehow because I'm pretty sure, yeah, they got a draw against Brentford from home. But yeah, they actually got a win against Everton. And actually, Everton are actually the favourites here. But beating Everton at Goodison Park would really be something special for this team. And Fulham are actually a pretty dangerous team when we face them. Because in real life, and I mean in real life, we actually did not get a single win against Fulham. Not from home and not away, and not even an away match against them. So this time, we're actually going to get revenge on them, but on game. So we already did take a look at the pre-match report. We're not going to be going for the training here because that takes a while. But yeah, we're going with the gegenpressing, whereas Fulham, as you can see, they're going for the kick and rush, as like how the Crystal Palace did. So before we get started, I'm going to make some changes here to the game settings and such so you can see the commentary, you know my commentary and such. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll get to the match shortly. Alright, as you can see, Bernd Leno is actually the goalkeeper. And I'm pretty sure he actually did well in his last match against... Well, not his last match against Everton, but in his last match, in Brentford. But yeah, in his first match against Everton, he actually does pretty well. Getting a clean sheet for himself. But yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty intense fixture, especially when we're up against Fulham. And plus, and I know it's at home, but we're getting a bit of goosebumps here because sometimes we are Arsenal and we concede to slow teams like, Fulham, and a bit developing teams like Aston Villa or Everton, instance. But yeah, let's take a look at our starting 11. We got William Saliba back in, as you already saw that. We did rest him because I know he's a bit more important and he did get an injury last season. This time we are trusting Saliba. We got him in the field. And Martin Odegaard always a skipper as usual. And here's Eduardo Camavinga. I know he's not the player to watch, but to my perspective, he is actually the player to watch because he has to show a bit of responsibility on pitch, or in the pitch basically. Especially in his last 2 matches, he has been completely stinky. Yeah, I know he scored a goal in the Community Shield, but that's all he has actually performed well. That's all he performed. He actually pulled a bit blank. But yeah, let's see the starting 11 for Fulham. They're going with the 4-3. At the top. They're going with that kind of formation. And Mitrovic is actually there. There's Palhinha, who's actually the skipper of Fulham. But he's actually pretty good for Portugal. He's a pretty good midfielder. So I actually have to beware of him. There he is. There's Palhinha right there. And here's Saliba, I'm pretty sure. And this time, for once, we actually start with the kickoff. And now here's Saka, finds Camavinga. Here's Camavinga. Finds a pretty good space here. Here's Jesus. Still Jesus. Still Gabriel Jesus. Can he beat the keeper? But he gets tackled. Which is exactly what we do not need here. But Saliba somehow gets the ball and he finds Camavinga. Just finds space of Gabriel Martinelli. Finds Jesus and Jesus What a goal here from him, and that too in the 6th minute. Jesus, he's the man. He's the player to watch. And I know he's not a lethal striker in real life compared to his Man City days, but he's a pretty good finisher. I'm telling you that. But Eduardo Camavinga, yeah, I know he actually didn't get an assist for this one. It was Gabriel Martinelli who actually got an assist, but he was actually there in the build-up. He actually passed it to Martinelli, then Martinelli passes to Jesus, and that's how Jesus finally gets on the score sheet. He actually scored the previous match against Crystal Palace. Can he actually score more goals? And just like that, we're actually in front. As always, we are different when it comes to Emirates Stadium. We actually get on the score sheet first than the opponents do. But Fulham, they're actually pretty dangerous. And here's Leno. I don't know why they showed him a familiar face, unless if it's an Arsenal history. But here's Ben Rama, who's actually from West Ham, who made a transfer from West Ham, joined Fulham. He's actually doing pretty well though. But here's Andreas. Andreas tries to shoot, but Zinchenko. What a tackle from Zinchenko here. Now he finds Camavinga. Still Camavinga. Still Camavinga. Still Vinga. Finds Jesus. It's still Jesus. Finds Saka. It's Bukayo Saka. Saka shoots. And what a goal. Arsenal are completely running away from here. 2 goals in just quick succession. 2 goals in rapid succession. And who else would actually provide the assist? It's Jesus. But Saka, man, I actually regretted subbing him off in the previous match. Next time I really should trust him, as he does score an insurance goal to put us in front by 2 goals. Now here's Andreas. Still Andreas. Andreas Pereira finds Ben Rahama. But what a tackle from Ben White. And Odegaard clears it away. And I can see Arteta actually kind of arguing for some reason. Here's Camavinga. Still Camavinga. Still Camavinga. Still Camavinga, but he gets ruthlessly tackled by Bassi. But Andreas. Still Andreas. Camavinga is really doing well. And yeah, I know he didn't get an assist or goal. And I did say if he doesn't get an assist or a goal, he will be back to a centre defensive midfielder. But I have never seen him in actually creating build-up plays like this. And he was actually the player to actually create one of 2 important goals here. And Zinchenko actually clears this one away, as I've completely got distracted here for a second. Now here's Saka, but Ream actually gets the ball from him. Ream finds Ben Rama. It's still Ben Rama. Ben Rama finds Mitrovic. And Mitrovic easily scores the goal. And it's not pretty good here for us. But then again, we actually scored 2 goals. Never seen that one coming. But Mitrovic actually gives Fulham back into the game. And he's actually he's a dangerous player. You can see his aggression and such. I know he kind of looks like the Serbian Kyle Walker because of his face. But come on. But still, we're still dwelling. And here's Camavinga. As you can see at the top left, that's his first goal in this Premier League campaign. But what a save here from Zinchenko. Just puts it in play. Finds Camavinga. It's still Camavinga. Needs to find the ball, find players. Camavinga shoots! I'm not sure if this is a goal kick. We need to take a look at the replay. No, it's not. But what an effort from Camavinga, man. Camavinga is actually showing a bit of respect. Because I knew for sure he has been a bit stinky in the previous 2 matches. He decided to try and make an attempt. But it just goes off target. And it's a goal kick here for Fulham. Leno tries to find players, but Martinelli actually gives it away. But Palhinha has it. It's still Palhinha. We got to worry here because Palhinha is pretty dangerous. He has good vision. Finds Mitrovic. It's still Mitrovic. Mitrovic shoots, but Ramsdale saves this one. Mitrovic tried to go for a brace here, but Ramsdale had to make a save here. And it's a corner kick here for Fulham. Again with this cuff. But still, here's Pereira, or should we call him Andreas. Does a big corner kick. Can he clear it away? Bassi has it, but Ben White has it though. Now it's still Ben White. Ben White still goes. But he decides to pass it to Zinchenko, who's actually pretty trusted here. And now he passes back to Ben White. Finds Jesus. But what a tackle here from Reed. But we still get the ball though. But Jesus had to just give it away and finds Wilson. Now here's Reed. Finds Mitrovic. We're already at the second, at 2 minutes of stoppage time. We need to defend here. We need to hold on here because I'm pretty sure Fulham, they are looking dangerous here. Andres Pereira finds a bit of his speed here, but what a save here from Ramsdale. Saka has the ball, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of the first half. But what a game this has been. 2 goals scored early, thanks to Jesus and Saka. But as you can see, Saeed Benrahma, he has not done pretty well. 0 shots, 0 attempts, and 0 goal, obviously. Kind of feel bad for him, but doesn't matter because we actually have the lead over Fulham. But it's just half time here. But as you can see, Jesus scoring an easy goal as expected. And then obviously, Camavinga has actually been in 2 build-up plays. He has created 2 build-up plays. 1 for Jesus and 1 for Saka. And I know he hasn't made an assist here. It was Martinelli and Jesus that actually made. But come on, man. Give this guy a merit here. Give this guy an award. He has been doing very well as a centre midfielder, trying to create build-up plays. Mitrovic actually got the goal back here for Fulham. Mitrovic tried to go and score the equalizer, but what a save here from Ramsdale. And as you can take a look at the grounds here, Wolves actually have the lead over Everton, and they are actually having the lead over them at half time. Manchester United draw to Nottingham Forest, and Brentford, they're actually leading over Crystal Palace at half time. But that's all we need to do. We're not going to make any changes. We trust our players here, and we're just going to get our second half underway. Fulham are actually going to start the play here, but we're actually scared though of them because in real life we lost 2 matches, both home and away to them, but we need to get a win. And what a tackle here from Gabriel. Gabriel finds Ben White. Ben White does rely on long balls, finds Saka. It's Saka. It's Bukayo Saka finds Odegaard. Odegaard with a charging run, but just shoots it off target. And this time it's actually Gabriel that actually goes off for Timber to come in. But I'm sorry that I skipped the highlights here. I skipped the highlights from Odegaard, but we already know that it was already off target. And Fulham actually get another goal kick. But this time he does short. Finds Mbabu. Finding Polina. Polina finds Bassi. And as you can see, Enes Unal has actually made the transfer to Manchester United. He's a Turkish boss here. And because of his charisma, I'm pretty sure he has that determination to join a big club. And Ramsdale, as you can see, made a wonderful save. Here's Martinelli. Finds Kai Havertz. It's Kai Havertz. But he just gets bullied. That's the only thing we cannot expect from Kai Havertz here. And now here's Mbabu. We have to get a goal here before they do. But Mbabu is just too good. It's still Mbabu. Finds Pereira. Ben White has to make some good saves here. Pereira tries to keep it on field, but what a tackle here from Ben White. And Camavinga, he decides to go off. But we're trusting him because I know for sure Camavinga really wants to show that determination, really deserves as a centre midfielder position here for Arsenal. So that's why Mikel Arteta is trusting him to actually be in the pitch here. But as you can see, a corner kick here from Fulham. Finds Lukic. Here's Andreas. Back to Lukic. It's still Lukic. But what a tackle here from Zinchenko. And this time Zinchenko actually goes off for Tierney. But Zinchenko's actually doing pretty good. Never expected Zinchenko to make some pretty good tackles here. But because of his stamina issues, he has to be subbed off. And we get another corner kick here from Fulham here. And this time he goes long. But what a take from Saliba. Martinelli. But Benrahma, oh my goodness. I cannot decide. I cannot tell because Fulham might actually get this one. And they do, unfortunately. And it's all because of Mitrovic that actually scores a brace. This is not good. We're just 2 goals up. And how have we conceded that? Ramsdale was a bit shaky at a minute here, at a glance here, because he knows he couldn't believe himself. He had made such wonderful saves, but it wasn't enough. But it's because of Mitrovic. Mitrovic has been completely killer when it comes to scoring goals. Now here's Saka. Still Saka finds Gabriel Jesus. It's still Jesus. Jesus finds a bit of pace. It's still Jesus. Jesus scores. And he manages to put Arsenal back in the front. Back in the driver's seat as he scores a brace too. He manages to not let Mikel Arteta down because he knows that he's relying. He's a bit more... like, basically the team needs him. And Camavinga sadly has to go though because despite I know Camavinga was not showing a bit of... he has not created assists or so. But to create 2 build-up plays in a Premier League match, it's a bit outstanding here for Camavinga. This man needs a bit of respect. Just show respect to him. We will think about it. But we're not going to talk about this. But first, because right now we actually have the lead over Fulham. We just need to get this match finished and underway here. Declan Rice just does take the ball here from one of the Fulham players. Jesus has it. It's still Gabriel Jesus. Finds Ben White. Does a back pass to Saka. It's still Saka. Saka finds Declan Rice. It's still Rice. Rice, the substituted player. But what a save here from Leno. We need to hold on here because there's just 12 minutes left. But Fulham just manages to give the ball away. And that's exactly what they have done. Declan Rice has it. Finds Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz just tries to find Saka. Tries to get an assist. But Leno manages to stop him. It was actually a dumb decision here from Kai Havertz. Could have gone by himself. But he was a bit unselfish. Now here's Mitrovic. Finds Andreas. 7 minutes on the clock. Here's Mitrovic. He's looking a bit dangerous when he has the ball. We're kind of worried here. Can Ramsdale save it? He does. Manages to deny Mitrovic the equalizer. And most importantly, the hat-trick. But Ramsdale just gives the ball away. Polina has it. Finds Lukic. Finds Benrahma. Said Benrahma. Benrahma finds Lukic. Lukic shoots. But Ramsdale saves this one. I cannot believe it. Ramsdale, he's the hero, man. I cannot believe it. 2 vital saves in the dying minutes. And now they're going for counter-attack. Or maybe try to kill the time here because I do not think there's time for counter-attack. But I think there is. Saka has it. It's still Saka. Finds Jesus. But Bessie takes it. Or Bessie takes it. But that's it. Game is finished. And we get the job done over Fulham in yet another humdinger match. Arteta's pretty happy about his performance, about his boys here. Thanks to Gabriel Jesus though, he scored 2 goals. A flawless, that too. 2 attempts, 2 goals. A flawless performance here from Gabriel Jesus gives Arsenal the 2nd win. But Fulham, they actually tried their best to get back in the game in the dying minutes. But thanks to Aaron Ramsdale, we managed to get ourselves a second win. As it's full time, Arsenal 3, Fulham 2. And yes, I know Camavinga, he has been a bit stinky. Yup, everyone will tell him that. But as you can see in the highlights here, Camavinga was actually involved in 2 build-up plays. Created 2 goals. One for Jesus, and the other one for Bukayo Saka. So I'm pretty sure Arsenal manager or myself, I'm pretty sure he can get another chance as a centre midfielder. We don't know. I'm not saying this because I really want him to excel at centre midfielder, but because of his performance there, he actually was involved in 2 build-up plays. This really convinced me to really trust him again. Show faith in Camavinga. But now let's take a look at the post-match interview here. And Wolves gets the job done over Everton, Man United over Nottingham Forest, and Brentford getting the job done over Crystal Palace.
Have you got time for just a few questions?
And here's Arteta yet again delivering his speech. Let's see what he's going to say. A great win and a great performance from Jesus. He capped a good team display. It's not just about one player though. I couldn't ask more from Jesus today. Let's you know what? We'll pause right here and see what he's saying. The 2 goals were probably what won us the game, but there was so much to admire about Jesus' performance today. He's strong, committed, skillful, and a real team player. Just 1 goal between the teams in the end, and you've come away with the win thanks to that second half strike. Did you feel like you were comfortable, or did you get nervous towards the end? Every player did his job today. We should have scored more. We gave ourselves something to hang on to. You know what? We gave ourselves something to hang on to. My players definitely stood up the challenge today. Once we got our noses in front second half, we looked really solid. Absolutely determined not to let the opposition in. Up against Fulham again. Your team was able to turn things around pretty spectacularly. A great win. What did you do differently today? It's always about hard work. At Arsenal, we pride ourselves on our reliance, or resilience, and we were better prepared for today. But you know what? I think we have good characters here at Fulham. We were disappointed to lose our last game against them, but I always knew the boys would give everything to turn around this time. I'm proud of how we did well. And that's all we have in hands here. I'm pretty sure this was in the previous match here, which I'm not sure of. But yeah, Jesus nets brace as Arsenal beats Fulham. And our next match is going to be an absolute banger. We have an absolute banger match coming right up. Our old rivalries here since the Alex Ferguson and Arsene era. We're up against Manchester United again at Emirates Stadium. The next gen 2023 top youngsters to watch. But yeah, let's take a look at Camavinga. I know he can do well. That's all I gotta say here. And yes, I know he hasn't done pretty well. We can take a look at the tactics take a look at the squad hub. We'll see. As you can see, stats. He only managed to score that 1 goal. That was the Community Shield, as you can see right here. Where's Camavinga? He was here somewhere, but I kind of got a bit... Yeah, I'm actually kind of... There he is. He got 1 goal and 1 assist. And that was in the... See, he actually did get the assist. So, even though I actually didn't look, but he did get the assist. I actually didn't... Let's take a look here. So, if you're pretty confused here, maybe go and take a look at the other videos which I've done. So, we already know that in the FA Community Shield, he's got 1 goal. But as you can see in the Premier League, he actually did get the assist. So, this proves... Oh, sorry here, we're not... I don't know what's going on. We're gonna ignore that. He actually did get the assist. I'm confused here. We're just gonna wrap up here. But yeah, he did get the assist in one of the matches. I'm not sure if that one was against Nottingham Forest or Crystal Palace. But yeah, he did get the assist. So this proves that Camavinga has that potential to be as a centre midfielder. But we'll see if that's enough. If that one assist is still enough or is hungry to get more creations, more goal creations. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll be back for our next game, our next video, and our next match. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, this game was it was unbelievable. Just like the Nottingham Forest match, this one was another level. And it was all thanks to Camavinga's two build-up plays that managed to get us the win. And yes, I'm kind of saying about Camavinga mostly because he was a bit stinky in the previous match against Crystal Palace. But forget about Camavinga. It was all about the team, and it was thanks to Jesus, a brace from Jesus and a goal from Saka. We managed to get that win against Fulham, and that two vital saves here from Ramsdale. It was enough. That two crucial saves here from Ramsdale. It was enough to actually give us the second win. Mitrovic, he did score brace, and he was on the verge of scoring a hat-trick. But Ramsdale managed to deny that. He was actually nervous because for sure Ramsdale didn't have that belief that he could do it. But somehow it paid off in the end. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, or to my channel, as it really means a lot to me. I've seen a lot of subscribers. There have been few subscribers subscribing to my channel, as I really thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. So, for other people who haven't watched my videos recently, I would recommend you to please subscribe to my channel, as it would really help me and benefit me in the future. So yeah. But otherwise, have a happy day. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster, signing off.